to it.
Yeah, so definitely, I hope things are well on your end, but thank you again for that. Mansi, now you have done so much in your life. It seems like you have a stand up comedian, you have done modeling also. How about movies? Have you thought of being in the movies also, or TV shows even? Nowadays,
I
I think
have
there's a
done.
bigger plates out there, I should say, or buffet out
I
there.
actually have done a movie. I've done a short film. I've done actually two, three short films, and a few of them got featured in some of the film festivals. They were screened in Florida, in LA. They've been screened, and but I've not done a feature. I've not done a feature.
Okay,
Maybe because of the time constraint, because I've been doing so many, like juggling between so many things.
sure.
But I think, and then the second thing was TV show. I did get an offer from Indian Matchmaking,
Hmm.
the first season before it had come and become a thing, but I declined it. It was just too much personal information. I was like, okay, I gotta stay out of it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I mean, how far is how far when it comes to these things? Because it seems like you have done so much. So let me ask you this in a different way. Monsi, in the next 5 years, who are you? What are you gonna be?
I don't know my next 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I honestly don't like pageant happened. I won two pageants, and both of them were well. First one, I almost thought I was asked to MC it, so I went and showed up, and they're like, "Oh, you're one of the models," and I was like, "Where I wear sneakers, I don't wear heels.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?" So I ended up being a part of the pageant, and then I won the title. So obviously, that was a lot of rehearsals, walking in heels to dancing in heels, and then winning the titles, then that two titles. So it just happened. And if somebody asked me 5 years ago that would you do, I'm like, are you kidding me? What a joke! Not possible.
Is it because you feel that you're done enough of that and no more, or what do you think on that?
As in,
As in modeling, as in acting, or you just love comedy and that's what it is. That's what you're gonna stick
no,
to.
no, no, no. I just feel like it's just like oyster. You got to like explore and explore whatever. I don't like to box myself. So if you see, I'll never say, "Oh, I am Miss India USA." I never, never that person. I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, what's next? What's next creative that we can do or we can, try. Just so that you know that you've gotten that experience because life's too short. Like
Yeah,
you can't box yourself.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you again, Mansi, for coming here. But before you leave, and before we tell the audience on Clubhouse to go and ask you questions after when we're done with this interview, what is your last words on Back to Basics here?
I think basics are like the essential to stick to anything, whether it's any. I'm a techie. I also did pageant or stand up. End of the day, it's like you have your perseverance. You have to have your confidence. You have to have your honesty. You have to go through the rona dhona also. Like there's so many things which end of the day hold you to the ground and lets you keep going.
Hmm.
Even most of the time, 90% of the time, you're just gonna fall on your face.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen.
yeah.
And what do? Stick to your basics.
And if very quickly, very promptly, if I had to go and ask you to say some comedy lines, what would you say?
What would I say?
What would you say?
It's gonna People are gonna get ticked by that. The
No, it's
stand-up
okay. Go
comedy.
for it. Go for it. I will say sorry on my behalf. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, I usually say that. Let me think about this one. This is like I'm just thinking which one should I say this. I usually say it's really hard to date in LA, and especially the online dating, which kind of sucks because it's very terrible to find people online. Browsing all the shadi.com and eHarmony and match.com is like browsing animal shelter.
Hmm.
Yeah. Some have squinted eyes, broken hearts, broken bank balance. So just looking at these pictures, you just don't know who to rescue.
Okay.
They hate me for this.
No,
I
it's
get
okay.
rejections.
It's no, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much, Mansi, for coming here and making my show brighter. And then we're gonna chat more also on Clubhouse. So thank you again, Mansi.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, Girish.
Thank you. So before we shut down today, I just want to explain today's episode. Today's episode is we talked about comedy. We talked about the hardships of that and how to make people laugh. How do people cry at the same time, or I should say laugh and cry at the same time. So, guys, as usual, as always, there is a quote of the day on Back to Basics, and the quote of the day is going to be, if you haven't got any charity in your heart, you have the worst kind of heart trouble. That's by Bob Hope. I hope you enjoyed the episode today. Guys, take care. God bless. And as I always say at my show, remember, everything in life goes back to basics, and that's what we did today. So, guys, today we did live on Instagram and Facebook and everything else and Clubhouse. So, what we're going to do all is just go to Clubhouse and start asking questions to Mansi, all comedy questions, all any questions. So, guys, take care. God bless. And I'll see you next week on Back to Basics. Thank you. So, now we will turn on uh, Clubhouse and the hand raising. And I am going to bring. Urvashi, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm